Madeline. Adam. Adam. Right here. Adam. Madeline. Adam. Adam. Right here. Adam.
Hi, my name is Concord. On behalf of Concord area homeschoolers, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the end of our year program. We have been studying early American history from a Christian perspective using the book The Light and the Glory. We appreciate your coming to share this evening with us. We will begin our program the same way we began each of our classes, with the pledge to the flag and prayer. Kelsey Crosby will lead us in the pledge to the flag, followed by Seth Kinsey, who will lead us in prayer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please stand and join with me in the pledge to the flag and remain standing for prayer, please?
Paul Revere's Ride by Henry Rogers Longfellow. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April of 75, hardly a man is now alive remembers that famous day and year. He said to his friends, the British marched by land and sea from the town tonight, hanging a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of the North Church Tower, the signal light. One if by land, and two if by sea, and I in the opposite shore will be, ready to ride, to spread the alarm to every little such village and farm, country folk be up into arm.
Then he said goodnight, and with muffled oars silently rowed to the Charlestown shore. Just as the moon rose over the bay, where swinging white at the moorings lay, a Somerset British man of war, a phantom ship with its mast and spar, across the moon like a prison bar, and a huge black hulk that was magnified by its own reflection in the tide. Meanwhile, his friend through alley and street wanders and watches with eager ears, till the silence around him he hears the muster of men at the barrack door, the sound of arms and the tramp of feet, the measured tread of the grenadiers marching down the boats on the shore.
Then he climbed the tower of the old North Church, by the wind stairs stealthy tread to the belfry chambers overhead, and startled the pigeons from their perch on the somber rafters that round them made masses and moving shapes were saved. By the trembling ladder steep and tall to the highest window in the wall, where he paused to listen and look down a moment on the roofs of the town and the moonlight flung over all.
Beneath the churchyard lay the dead, their night encampment on the hill, wrapped so deep with silence still, only he can hear like a sentinel's tread, the watchful night wind as it went, creeping along from tent to tent, seeming to whisper all is well, and for the moment he feels the spell of the place and the hour, the secret dread of the lonely belfry and the dead. For a moment all his thoughts are bent on a shadowy something far away, with a black line that bends and floats like a rising tide of bridge boats.
Meanwhile, the patient to mountain rise, booted and spurred with a heavy stride, on the opposite shore walked Paul Revere. Now he panted his horse's side, now he gazed at the landscape far and near. Then impetuous he stamped the earth, and turned and tightened his saddle girth. But mostly he watched with eager search the belfry tower of the old North Church, as it rose above the graves on the hill, lonely and spectral and silent and still. And lo, as he looked at the belfry's height, a glimmer and then a gleam of light. He springs to the sail, bridles and turns, but lingers and gazes till full in his sight. The second lamp from the belfry burns. A hurrier approached in the village street, shape in the moonlight, the bog in the dark. Beneath him the pebbles and passing a spark, struck out by a steed flying fierce and fleet. That was all, and yet to the gloomy light, the favored nation was riding that night.
The sparks struck out that steamed his flight, come to land to flame at sea.
He looked down and steep, beneath him tranquil brown deep. Is a mystic, meaning the ocean tide, and under the elders that skirts its edge, while soft in the sand, aloud on the ledge, is heard the tramp of his feet, as he rides. It was 12 by the village clock when he crossed the bridge in Bedford town. He heard the crowing of the cock and the barking of the farmer's dogs, and felt the damp of the river fog that rises after the sun goes down.
It was one by the village clock, and he galloped into Lexington, sailed down the buttercup. Swimming in the moonlight as he passed, the meeting house windows blank and bare, gazed at him with spectral glare, as if they already stood guessed with bloody work they looked on. It was 2 by the village clock, and he came to the bridge in time and time. He heard the bleating of the flock, and the twitter of birds among the trees. He felt the breath of the morning breeze blowing across the meadow's ground. He wanted to say, asleep in the sky, let the bridge be first to fall, for that day would be lying dead, pierced by British musket ball.
You know the rest in the books you have read, how the British regulars fired and fled, how the farmers gave them ball for ball from behind each fence in front of their wall, chasing the redcoats down the lane and crossing the fields to emerge again, under the trees at the turn of the road, and only pausing the fire and road. So through the night rode Paul Revere, and through the night went his cry of alarm to every Middlesex village and farm, a cry of defiance and not of fear, a voice in the darkness, a knock at the door, and a word that shall echo forevermore. For born on the night wind of the past, through all of history to the last, in the hour of darkness, peril and need, the people will awaken and listen to hear the hurrying hoofbeats of that steed, and the midnight message of Paul Revere.
Not bad, huh? How many of you remember that from school? Anybody memorize that before? Love that poem. I just thought I'd take a minute. The kids are getting ready for their play, and I thought it might be of interest to some of you. I wanted to share a little bit about who Concord area homeschoolers are. We started about 10 years ago with 6 families in this area. Most of those families now have some graduates from their homeschool, and there are a couple of them here tonight. Sarah Granger, stand up. Graduated from homeschool. Amy Hawkins. Jessica Malcolm, where are you? Those girls have primarily gone K through 13, pretty much, in homeschool, and they're all in college. Heck, doing fairly well, actually. We're proud of them. That group that started with 6 families, we're now 14 to 17 families. We met last summer. The flavor of our group changes as the families change and we come and go. But this year we decided to do a study on early American history, and that's what this whole evening is about. It's a culmination of that study. What we did was meet on 2 Fridays a month. Moms took turns teaching the chapters of a book called The Light and the Glory is what we use. And it's Christian, it's the history, early American history from a Christian perspective. And our whole focus was, and the focus of that book is, did God have a plan for America, and was his hand on America? And I'm a mess already. Okay. And the conclusion that we all was that, yes, God did have a plan, God does have a plan, and he has his hand on America. As homeschoolers, we're especially appreciative of our freedoms to homeschool. I can't tell you how wonderful it is for those of us that want to do it, that we can. We're appreciative of that, of the freedom we have, and we know that's there because prices have been paid along the way. They were paid first in the Revolutionary War. Prior to that, with the Pilgrims and the Puritans and all of those brave men and women that first came over here. But our Paul Revere poem is kind of a prelude to our play. It talks about Paul Revere, of course, writing and warning all of the townspeople and the farmers to come and meet this British army at the Lexington Green. And that's what happened the day after Paul rode through on April 19th, 1775. It was just 2 months after that these farmers and townspeople met the greatest army on earth, the British Army. They met at Bunker Hill, and part of our play is going to talk about that. And the fight for freedom And one man's fight for freedom particularly. This play is based on historical fact. You hear a lot of names that you've heard of in history. And I think the kids are ready to go. So the play is called Peter Salem, Minuteman. We hope you enjoy. By the way, if you came for Broadway, we'll be ready in a couple years. This group, this is our first play for most of these kids. A lot of our older students have been in drama and plays, and I know many of you have been faithful to come and see. This is the first time for most of these kids in their acting, and it's been a fun trip for us. We've enjoyed it. So I hope and trust you enjoy the play, Peter Salem, Minuteman.